Welcome to the official catch-up. I'm joined today by Johnny Harvey, the manager of Tranent Juniors. How are you getting on, Johnny?
Yeah, not too bad, Chris. Obviously, a bit frustrated to be locked up in the house. It's no easy when you've got two kids, and it's pretty difficult, but it's difficult for everybody at this time.
And I was kind of watching you for a wee while, mate. Obviously, we know about the situation at Berwick last season. You were out of management for a wee bit, but I was happy to see you take over Tranent. You've not really been at it long, obviously, because of all that's happened, but what's the feeling at the club?
To be back in football, it was a long period of time that I was out. It felt like forever. Do you know, when you've been involved in a football environment for the age that I was at 6, right through until obviously when I left Berwick. That was, you know, it was the first time I've been out of football since when I very first started, so it was frustrating, but no, delighted to be back in, delighted to be at a club that's ambitious, and obviously I was really excited to get started, but that's been kind of put on hold at the moment with the virus issue that we've got. So it is frustrating, but we have to do the right things and obviously abide with the government rules at the moment, and hopefully things will get back to normal soon.
You know yourself as a player and obviously as a manager, since you've been out of the east of Scotland, how much has it improved since you've been back? Have you noticed the change in quality or ambition by a lot of the clubs?
Certainly, since I left, I would say, you know, rather than 2 or 3 teams being capable of winning the league that we're competing for, you can see across the board everybody seems to be a lot more competitive, which bodes well for the competition, you know, and everybody's striving for an end goal now, you know, with the pyramid opening up, which obviously adds to the excitement, and everybody's trying to progress through the leagues. So it's certainly exciting, and obviously it's caught the interest of a lot of people. Networks such as yourself getting involved, and that adds to it as well. So really excited to be back in.
What sort of, I take it you're still in touch with the boys and that, what sort of advice are you giving them at the moment to sort of keep fit and keep their mind on things?
Yeah, well, I actually spoke to a physio that I've worked with for a long period of time at the clubs that I've been at, and she's just stressed to me the importance of the guys keeping active and obviously doing the muscle activation stuff. And there will come a time when we're asked to go back and play, and you know, I fully expect us to go back and be expected to play 2 or 3 games for a number of months to kind of catch up. So we need to prepare for that, because if we're having a long period of time where we're inactive and we're stuck in the house and we're not doing what we should be doing, if we go back, there is a possibility that we could create a number of injuries for the squad. So it is important. I have been in touch with them, and we're fortunate enough that we've got our, obviously, Ali Adams, who's at the club, our goalkeeper. He's a PT, and he's been putting some great ideas on the club group chat. So hopefully the players have been following that. We've obviously been keeping tabs on guys that are going out cycles and runs, and you know, the guys are really professional. They don't need much encouragement from me. These boys want to keep fit. They're an active bunch, and it's good to see.
Absolutely, mate. And you know, there will be a few Berwick Rangers fans probably listening into this one, Johnny, but were you a wee bit disappointed that you never got the chance to manage them in the Lowland League?
I'm a wee bit disappointed in the way last season turned out, full stop. You know, it wasn't the way I envisaged it, and it wasn't the way the supporters envisaged it. But no, I wish them all the best in the Lowland League. It wasn't to be for me. It wasn't through the lack of trying. Do you know, I gave them everything while I was there, and I fell short in certain areas. And do you know, I'm big enough to admit that. Do you know, there's things that I've learnt from my experience at Berwick that will hopefully make me a better manager moving forward. And hopefully Tranent are going to kind of take they'll get the best Johnny Harvey. That's what I hope anyway.
Absolutely, mate, and it's good. You know, it's good to remain positive and stuff, because we've seen it all. Football is like that sometimes. You will go through difficult times, but it's about picking yourself up and again. And as I said, I was thrilled that you came back into football with Tranent. Tranent, for me at the start of the season, I was thinking they were probably going to be favourites for the East of Scotland. It's not really turned out that way, but you know, ambitious club, really good players that have played at higher levels and stuff. Is that your aim going forward? Obviously, maybe not this season, but certainly next, to try and get them into the likes of the Lowland League.
Yeah, obviously I met up with the club to discuss their ambitions and where they wanted to be. They've obviously got short, medium and long-term goals that fit in with what I want to be involved with. In regards to short-term, it's obviously to get to the Lowland League. So at this moment in time, I've got a lot of time in my hands, so I have been actively speaking to the existing squad that we've got and trying to get the majority of them signed up for a contract for next season. But in addition to that, I'm obviously speaking to targets that's going to complement the players that we've already got here. And there's no doubt, and nobody at the club will make any secret about it. That'll be our aim next season, is to get promotion into the Lowland League. But not just Tranent. That's going to be the aim of maybe half a dozen clubs within our league that'll think they're capable of that. So we're under no illusions it's going to be a very difficult task, but everybody at the club is up for the challenge, and I'm kind of leading that at the moment with the discussions that I'm having with the existing players that we've got and prospective players that we're looking to bring to the club. So exciting times. Definitely,
Johnny, and Sean was over at Bo'ness recently. Obviously, before all this happened, he spoke to the likes of Max Christie. Max has obviously some views on how hard it is to get promoted, from the east of Scotland even to the Lowland League. Do you share similar views? Is it going to be harder with the likes of the west of Scotland teams coming in next season?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult without the west of Scotland teams involved at the moment. With the amount of backing that some of the clubs are putting into it. So. It's not going to get any easier, certainly with the West of Scotland clubs joining that. But we just need to look after ourselves. We're not in control of what other clubs are doing. I think if we continue to do what the club have done over a number of years with the improvements that they're making off the pitch, and I concentrate along with my coaching staff on what we need to do on the pitch, hopefully we'll not be too far away next season, and that's all we can do.
Brilliant, mate. And what are your thoughts on what should happen, say football doesn't continue? Obviously, I've been asking this question to everyone, but there's different views on it. All up the league, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, there's been a lot of views on that. They've discussed, or people have put points across where they could maybe do a reconstruction and the teams that are. For me, I'm talking about my individual league, and I look at Bo'ness at the moment and where they are in the league. If it was me in that situation, I'd feel very hard done if we didn't get an opportunity to finish the league. And from my own perspective, at a team that's probably a good way off, in the top 5 in the league, I would be still quite keen to continue and play that to a finish, and whether that meant that we started the season a bit later, and as I touched on earlier in the chat that we've just been having, maybe if that meant that we played 2 or 3 games for 4 or 5 months, to finish off this season and then to get off on a good start for next season. I think that might be the way to go. I don't know the way the authorities are going to look at it. There was obviously an article released yesterday with the lower leagues in England where they just scrapped football and they kind of announced it null and void. There is a prospect that could be done with our level of football as well. So we just really need to wait and see. As I touched on earlier as well, that's not something that we're in control of. We're just looking for some kind of guidance for the SFA, and they'll tell us what we need to do, and we'll comply with that.
Absolutely, Johnny, and obviously all the teams are struggling at the moment, including the professional teams because of the lack of revenue and stuff. Is there anything that Tranent are doing at the moment that fans can help them?
Well, I think it's really important I take the time to mention the players and my coaching staff that have kind of sacrificed their wages. The club are eternally grateful for that. This season the players have came to the club and said that, well, there's no games, they would be looking to obviously take no money from the club, which was a great help, because it was a worry. The club have got a great reputation for fulfilling all contractual obligations, and we were kind of worried that this epidemic was going to put that to threat. But with the players making that sacrifice, it's obviously helped us. We just hope that the existing sponsors will be in a position that they can get behind us next season, and we can continue to get the growth of the club the way it's been going in the last few years. But we do understand that economically it's going to be difficult for lots of businesses and smaller football clubs like ourselves. So we're all kind of in the same boat, and hoping this comes to an end very soon and we can get back to normality.
Absolutely, mate. And just from a personal point of view and stuff, I'm missing it, and it's been great to chat to guys like you just to get through the days, and it's been a great reaction from people. I did reach out to the likes of yourself, but there's been guys that have got in touch with me, and these chats hopefully are helping people get through the days, because I'm missing football big time, Johnny.
Chris, I'm in a similar boat to you. I've been listening to a lot of your podcasts, and do you know, they're great. They fill your days, and I'm one of these guys that just love talking about football all the time. My wife will she'll back me up on that, although she doesn't like the chat that I'm giving her with the football. But to be able to listen to your podcast and that, obviously it's been really good. When you'd asked me to do it, I was a bit worried it was a video, because I actually allowed her to cut my hair last night. So I wasn't even that. I thought nobody's going to see me for a few weeks. I'll get away with that. So I'm glad it's just a voice call rather than a video call.
Yeah, I tend not to go on video, a bit behind the scenes a wee bit, but some guys go on video. I don't, because my hair's absolutely, it's almost at my shoulders at the moment. I never took the opportunity to get a haircut when I had it. So
no, hopefully mine won't be at the shoulders by the time this lockdown finishes, but hopefully we're back to normality pretty soon. To obviously keep up the good work that you're doing, it's great that you've got this platform to talk about our level of football, and it gets the exposure that it deserves from my point of view. Obviously, just a wee message to the Tranent Juniors supporters that, you know, you're backing it, you give the club is really appreciated by everyone, committee, players and management team, and hopefully when we get back you can come out in your numbers and show your support and appreciation for the players and what they've done, and we can go and have a successful season next year.
Brilliant, Johnny. As I said, I really appreciate you coming on, and if anything changes, we've probably got another 3 weeks, if not more. I'll definitely be back in touch, Johnny, and you're welcome anytime, mate.
Yeah, no worries at all. Anytime, Chris. Thank you.